Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Life in Progress. Thank you so much for always tuning in. We are very grateful for you. So, today, we have someone here very, very special. Hindi ko na siya papakilala. Kilala niyo naman siya. Welcome to the podcast, Okili.
Yes, hi. I'm Dr. Kiliman Guru, yung doktor na puro char ng char at puro hugot online.
Pero, Doc, maraming tao hindi alam ang totoong pangalan mo. So, paano ko ba namin tatawagin?
Yeah, well, yung buong pangalan ko talaga is Winston. First name pa lang to Winston Kilimanjaro Creones. And then my last name is Tiwaken. So yung Kilimanjaro, yun yung kinuha ko at ginawa kong social media name. Tapos yung Jaro, pinalitan ko to Guru para Kiliman Guru. Para pag Guru, pag narinig mo, okay, educator, magtuturo to.
Saan ang galing yung ng Kilimanjaro? Kasi 'di ba mountain 'yon?
Yes, mountain. Yung mom ko kasi, gusto niya unique yung pangalan, yung walang hit sa NBI.
So speaking of Kilimanjaro, it's located in Tanzania. Tanzania is my favorite destination in the world. So today we are going to talk about travel. So sa isa sa mga recent podcast ko, parang medyo maraming nagalit kasi hindi nila alam yung background ko na
Yeah.
I'm from Access Travel, I've been to a lot of places. Sabi ko doon, travel does not heal everyone anymore. So gusto ko ikaw magpatuloy ng topic na yon since you can relate sa travel, as a doctor as well, mental health, you are an advocate of that. Tama ba yung sinabi ko na yung travel is for you? Hindi na siya like before. Sobrang iba na yung meaning niya sa world. I mean, not for everyone, of course. When we see something online, nag-comment
Yeah.
ka rin sa post kong yon. Parang my perspective is not a universal truth or it's
Yes.
not a fact. Pero feeling ko nagkakasundo tayo doon. So ano take mo doon?
Well, yung stated opinion mo kasi about travel noon was, we're no longer able to enjoy our daily life because the enjoyment is only found through travel. So it sounds as if ngayon, yung parang trending sa social media is, we are escaping the real life through travel. And it's not necessarily wrong na mag-escape from life. I feel like escaping is the start of growth. Now let's try to put that more into perspective. Sa life natin, like especially in the early 20s, diba, we're so driven. Gusto talaga natin success. We're all looking to grow our savings, grow our wealth, higher salary, the promotion. So we do our best to focus on the career. And while we're focused on that, dumadami yung noise. The noise of pressure from our peers, the noise of comments from our superiors, the noise of always having to do more to be appreciated, to be more respected, to be more validated. And so dahil sobrang bigat na ng pressure, this is not just work from pressure from the friendships kasi yung iba papakasal na, bumibili na ng bahay. And then all of a sudden you start feeling this thought na, oh my God, nahuhuli na ako. Ano ba to? Tama ba tong ginagawa ko? Tama ba na hyper-focus ako sa work? Tama ba na ginagawa ko lahat ng to for my family para maiahon kami sa kahirapan? So all of that, we all come from, iba-iba naman tayo ng starting points. Pero I think all of us, siguro yun yung common denominator nating lahat na we underwent that pressure to be the best in our careers. So because of all that noise, merong tendency to want to escape it. So I feel like people are not necessarily escaping their life, they're trying to escape the noise. Because of all that noise na nararamdaman mo daily, naka-survival mode yung katawan. And when your mind and your body is in survival mode, you cling to what is familiar. So kung ano yung nakasanayan mo for the past 5 years, yun yung gagawin mo. Kasi that's what kept you alive, that's what kept you thriving and surviving. And so your mind, naturally, I feel that it is human to want to get away from all that noise. Sometimes distance can give us clarity. So I think that's where traveling comes in, kung saan it acts as a medium para mabigyan tayo ng space to really breathe. Kasi pagka araw-araw, same noise, same comments, same pressure, hindi ka makapag-isip, hindi ka makapag-re-strategize, Hindi mo nakikita kung saan yung mga mali sa buhay mo. Hindi mo nakikita kung ano yung mga habits na kailangan mong baguhin kasi sobrang ingay. And so, here comes traveling. And yung trending ngayon, if you've noticed maybe, is yung, oh, Japan healed me. Oh, going to Disneyland healed me. And I feel like it's not necessarily that travel healed you, but travel reminded you of the peace that was already inside you. Traveling is the way to like remind you, wake you up na, uy, may peace dyan sa loob mo. And travel will unveil that. It will unravel it para mabubuksan yung pagkatao mo through traveling. I understand din kasi yung, meron yung phrase na you cannot heal in the same place that broke you. Kaya rin siguro pumapasok yung travel dyan para makapag-muni-muni, makapag-isip-isip. But then again, after travel, the question is, what did you learn? What did you learn from the travel? In the process of growth, I feel like escape is the start, and then yung next step doon is the change. So after you escape is their change. And I feel like people are not traveling to escape responsibilities. People are not traveling para, oh, gusto ko nakalimutan yung buhay ko. But yeah, it gives you relief. It gives you relief, and that is absolutely okay. It's absolutely human. I can relate. But then, when you come back to your daily life, did you change a behavior? Did you change a relationship? Did you raise your boundaries? Did you stop having the same conversations that drain you? Are you finally identifying the toxic people in your life? Are you finally realizing your own toxicities that you need to let go of? What happened? Kasi sometimes, and this has happened to me too, before, siguro like 2 years nangyari sa akin yun, yung naging habit ko nun was, okay, I'm gonna travel to take a break from my life. I need a vacation from my life. And then you feel good again. Then you're energized again. And then you go back to your life.
babalik ka.
It's the same routine. Tapos, oh my God, I need a break again. Eh, maglaon yun nga ulit
Oo,
ako.
yun yung point of view ko. Yung
Yes.
sinabi ko na parang, why are we escaping our real life?
Yes,
Tapos
yes.
babalik ka din naman doon.
Babalik ka.
Kaya di ba yung
Exactly.
perspective ko doon, Doc, is parang travel reveals. It doesn't necessarily heals.
Yes.
Reveal muna. Kasi parang pag heal ka kaagad, nasan yung work? You cannot do the work in 4 days, di ba? Parang you said something na nag-stay with me sa conversation natin. I wanna focus on that.
Yeah.
Sabi mo, our own toxicity.
Yeah.
Kasi di ba, as humans, parang na-normalize na natin, oh, kasalanan ni ganito, kasalanan ni ganyan. But I am a firm believer, we also play our own role.
Yes.
In everything.
Yes, yes.
Di ba? Parang, if something happens, kunyari may naka-disagreement ka na someone or whatever, nag-play din ako ng big role doon. Hindi lang yan one-sided eh. How can we parang help others na understand na we also have to learn how to be accountable in every situation?
Looking at the role we play in the situation that, we don't like, that feels heavy, that feels toxic. Oftentimes kasi, when you have to take ownership of it, the first thing you have to do is accept the behavior, the habits, the beliefs that you've had for the past couple of years are actually wrong. And it's very hard to admit that. It's easier to, it was because of my workplace. Ganun kasi talaga yung sistema. While all of those factors are indeed valid, we have to find it in ourselves na, wait lang, may kailangan rin akong baguhin. And it's not to shame yourself. Yung nangyayari kasi dyan sa being accountable for your actions, yung response ng iba, o sige, ako na yung mali. No, we don't want you to shame yourself.
Ano tawag dun sa ganong behavior? Meron ba term dun? O sige na, ako na.
Sige na, ako na. It's kind of like a mixture of self-pity, kasi parang, sige, ako na yung mali. And also self-shaming. When you shame yourself, it's almost as if you ended it there. Okay, ako na yung mali. Okay, aware ka, inamin mo. It's like false accountability. Parang sinabi mo mali mo, pero what are you going to do to change that behavior? Kasi okay, yes, na-recognize mo na mali ka. And then it ends with, ganito kasi ako eh. Di ba that's the common phrase na naririnig natin, ganito kasi ako. Okay, we understand. But the thing is, we have to lead with self-compassion. I think yun yung kailangan natin when we're in the journey towards healing and growth, is being compassionate to ourselves. So for example, when you're talking to a friend, and your friend is in a very bad place, and you do your best to comfort them, to be a source of safety. So the hard work is, the inner work, is being that friend to yourself. And I think some people tend to forget to be there for themselves. Kasi it's easier to look at another person's problem rather than look within yours. Because it's heavy. It's heavy to say na, oh my gosh, mali pala yung akala ko at ito pala dapat para magbago. And so that's where intentional traveling comes in. And in some of my travels, they ask if DIY ba to, Doc? While I understand yung benefits of traveling with an agency, pag DIY kasi, I feel like it gives you a reminder of your autonomy. Kasi in our daily lives, when we get caught up in responding to societal standards, responding to the standards that your family imposed on you, the expectations of your friends, you tend to forget your own standards. Diba? Parang, ito yung kailangan kong gawin para palakpakan ako ng boss ko. Ito yung kailangan kong gawin para maging proud yung friends ko. Para maging proud yung parents ko. But what about you? What is your standard that makes you say, proud ako sa sarili ko? Diba? When you're alone and nobody's there to validate you, when is that moment na kaya mong sabihin na proud ka sa sarili mo? And I feel like travel can teach that. Not necessarily na kailangan mo mag-travel, pero travel can be a medium. It's a guide. Because when you, pag-aayusin mo lahat sa travel, DIY, end-to-end, di ba, ikaw magbubuk ng flight, ng hotel, aaralin mo yung public transport, you're going to try to overcome the language barrier, you're going to fix the problem on the spot. Hindi ka pwedeng call a friend, di ba? Pero friend, anong gagawin ko dito? You're really gonna have to be there for yourself. So I feel like that kind of traveling, intentional traveling, reminds you that you can take care of yourself, that you can be reliable for yourself. And I do agree, you cannot heal in 4 days. 4 days, 3 nights, you can't. But it can remind you of your abilities and capabilities to heal yourself. Kasi you take yourself wherever you are.
Right.
Di ba? Kahit nasan ka. Even if you're in Japan, Spain, even if you're in the most beautiful country, Switzerland, yung pinaka-IG aesthetic na country, if you are chaotic inside, you bring the chaos with you. Yeah. And I feel like it's all part of, it's a human process talaga. Na at first, we escape. We escape to bring silence in our world. And then after that, do you believe in over-traveling?
Yes.
Can someone over-travel?
I mean, this may come from a very, very privileged place. Kasi alam ko naman mga privileges ko, and I'm a very privileged person. Ayoko na. Can you imagine I'm saying that and I built Access Travel from traveling? It's not just like ang dami ko nakita, ang dami ko nagawa. It also comes from yung priorities ko nag-iba na.
Yes.
Nowadays, I enjoy fitness. I play tennis, I do Pilates, may personal trainers ako. Yun na yun na-enjoy ko. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Kasi parang, nagbago na ako parang nakatira na ako sa Spain. Yung mga tao sa Spain, hindi ganito bumiyahe like us here. So parang nakuha ko na yung mindset nila na they only travel once, twice, pero grabe, sobrang intentional nung travel nila. So I eventually became like them, not because I'm trying to fit in, but because nakasurround ako sa mga ganon.
Yes.
Kasi dito, apparently na-realize ko, part na maturity yun, and I went to therapy for so long, dun ko na-realize na in my 20s pala, I was not parang into my healing journey. Parang hindi ko alam bakit saan nanggagaling na busit ako dito, busit ako ganyan. Apparently na-realize ko, Doc Keely, nobody was triggering me. I was the trigger of my own life. Nung nalaman ko yun, ako pala, pag nakita kita, nabubwisit ako, you didn't do anything to me. It was me. Something was inside me. Kaya ako nabubwisit sa'yo. So, I took self-accountability. Angeli, we need to know your patterns. Kasi hindi ako galing sa sad na family. Wala, I had very good parents. I mean, we're not perfect. So when I went to therapy, doon ko na nalaman. Kaya pala ako hyper-independent. Dahil bata pa lang, binigyan na ako ng responsibility of do it yourself. So ngayon, nung tumanda ako, I don't want to ask help from anybody. So doon pala siya nanggaling, then doon ko natutunan. Self-regulation.
Yeah.
Kaya pala sabi ko, even I'm sad, even I'm upset, I'm angry, ayoko sabihin sa ibang tao kasi buong buhay ko, I was functioning all by myself. Marunong ako mag-self-regulate. Hindi ko kailangan tumawag sa friend na umiiyak. Kaya pala minsan, sobrang bihira ko lang yung ginagawa sa mga trusted friends ko lang. Kasi parang nasanay ako masyado self-regulation. Kaya moving sa Spain was not hard for me. Hindi ako umiyak nung day na umalis ako, kahit sobrang mahal ko mama ko, pamilya ko. Kasi nga, self-regulation, na-practice ko na siya in my 20s. So, nung nag-30 ako, na-realize ko, kay Angeli, let's fix our patterns. Bakit ka busit sa ganito? Bakit ka busit sa ganyan? Bakit parang sobrang detached ka? Therapy helped me understand everything. So after noon, ayan, ang dami ko natutunan, na-line up ko maigi yung alignment ng buhay ko. So now, parang na-realize ko, oh, it was just an excuse. I was traveling for my business. Yes, I was.
Yeah.
But I was also escaping a lot of things. Konting heartbreak, lipad. Konting, hindi maayos yung ganito, lipad. Konting maayos yung ganito, lipad. Tapos babalik din ako sa business ko. I love my business. I love everything sa business ko. Pero now, okay, I have a problem. Let's sit down.
Yes,
No escaping. Parang yung last trip ko was Costa Rica, first week of November. Ano na ngayon? January. Magpe-Feb na. Babalik na lang ako ng Spain. Tapos now, yung trips ko with my mom. So, ibang perspective na siya. I mean, this may sound very bad. I no longer enjoy traveling. Like, kung paano yung dati. Kasi nawala na yung awe and yung excitement.
The novelty.
And dati kasi yun yung nagpa-attach sa akin doon. I was in awe. Like, we went to Myanmar with Kokoy. In awe kami dun sa hot air balloon. Ngayon, wala na. Dali mo ko sa Myanmar. Okay, balik tayo ng hotel. Papamasahe na ako. Kasi nakita mo na eh.
Yeah.
Di ba now, I'm planning trips to Rwanda, Namibia, ayun. May nararamdaman na akong excitement. Pero kung sasabihin mo, oh, Angeli, punta tayo ng France. Wag na lang, kayo na lang. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Wala na yung excitement mo. Ano ka na ngayon, parang na-normalize na siya. I think it's like that everywhere naman eh. Di ba? Kunyari, ikaw, nung umabot kaya na 5 million followers, ngayon kahit maging 10M yung followers mo, parang na-normalize na siya.
Yeah.
Because it's part of your life na hindi ka na yung, oh my God, 10M, 11M. So I think traveling is also like that. It's just like everything else.
Yeah.
Di ba sa relationships ganun din?
Yes, that's true.
But ikaw yung may long-term relationship. Ako, I don't talk about it. So I'm sure, ganun din pag you are with someone, you have to continuously work on it.
Yes,
Let's focus on that one a little bit. So how long you've been with your boyfriend?
Yes, well, with my partner, we're going 2 years.
Oh, diba parang yung excitement, andun pa rin, pero yung daily life nyo, magkasama na kayo eh.
Yes, there is a point in the relationship, just like traveling, where it kind of becomes ordinary. It's an ordinary thing, and it's not something na ina-attach mo completely yung source of joy and excitement in your life. And that's why I was asking you about over-traveling, kasi I feel like some people just have to go through it, alam mo yun, in order for them to understand what we are talking about. And I feel like this kind of discussion is not to like say na...
For beginners.
Yeah.
Yung nagka-travel ka pala.
Exactly. It's not to say na, mali yan, mali yung escape ka ng escape. Kasi we did it. We did it. We tried escaping life through travel and it helped. It definitely helped. Kasi it broadens your perspective, widens your horizons, makes you see na, may ganito palang klaseng mundo. And then eventually, as you age,
babalik ka pa din eh.
Exactly. As you age, you realize na, wait lang, bumabalik pa rin ako dun sa buhay na I dread
Kinakasan ko.
going. Exactly. Na parang after the trip, it's like, babalik na naman ako sa buhay ko. Di ba? And then when you start noticing that it's becoming a cycle, I think that's when you have to start questioning yourself already. When it becomes a cycle, na parang, buhay ko na naman. Book nga ako ng trip para masaya na ulit ako. Tapos, balik na naman sa buhay. Book ulit ako para masaya ulit. Right? You'll start to notice it na eh. And you have to be really in that position for you to see it. We can't just tell them na, hindi marirealize mo din yan eventually na. No, they have to go through the process.
Yes.
It's part of the growth, it's part of learning, and it's very human. It's okay, as long as it's self-funded, protected naman yung savings mo, and you will see, oh, wait a minute, ako pala, tinatakasan ko pala yung sarili ko. I'm escaping myself. Kasi why is it that after the trip, I do not feel the peace of mind? Parang hindi nagko-continue yung peace of mind eh.
Nawawala.
Diba? After the travel, parang wait, parang nagfe-fade siya after a few weeks, after a few days, and then you start to miss the country. Diba? People say, ay, grabe, nakakamiss talaga yung Japan kasi doon ako nakahanap ng peace. No, you actually miss the feeling of peace. You do not miss the country. You miss the feeling of peace, and yung peace na na-realize mo through travel, you can actually do that for yourself in your daily life. And a lot of that is kailangan mong makita kung saan mo kailangan mag-let go. Part of growth is letting go of the old habits, of the old people, of the old conversations. A lot of things, madami kang i-let go. And when you sit quietly, umabot ka sa point na, I'm good with my life. That's when you know, nag-heal ka na.
Ang sarap, no?
When you're
Sarap.
doing nothing, you're ordinary, and you feel so happy just being ordinary. And I feel like it really takes a lot of journeys and experiences, a lot of pain for you to get to that point.
A lot of emotions.
I know.
Lahat.
I know. I hate to say it na kailangan mong dumaan sa pain. Some people, they don't need to go through pain to realize this. But we all started with different emotional tools. All of us have different childhoods. Magkakaiba tayo ng temperament na tinatawag ng mga psychologists. Iba-iba tayo ng way of coping. Mm-hmm. And eventually, marirealize natin na, we shouldn't have to cope from life. We have to build a life we don't have to cope from, that we don't have to escape from, that we don't have to take a break from. And eventually, we all get there.
Right.
We just have to go through the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of life.
I love that. 2 questions last. Your advice for people in their 20s na parang, ngayon kasi naging trend na yung travel eh.
Yeah, it is.
Parang 10 years ago when I started traveling, pag nakarating ako sa isang place, parang, andyan yun, meron dyan. Parang walang pressure yung mga tao nun mag-travel.
Yeah.
Tapos naiintindihan ng mga tao nun, Angeli does that because she has access travel. Kunyari, yung friends ko, medicine ako, I don't necessarily have to do that. I can travel twice a year. With my family. Dati ganun eh, sama sa circle ko.
Yeah.
Walang pressure. Ngayon feeling ko, yung mga people in their 20s, parang naging mandatory na siya because of social media. So, what do you wanna tell them? Is it necessary ba to travel like people they see online? Malaki din inambag ko doon. Kaya nga I'm trying to fight with that. No, it's not like that. I did that because I had to. And somehow, naging coping mechanism ko yun.
Yeah.
So, paano natin sila ma-help na it is okay, your season will come?
Yes. Well, in your 20s kasi, it's a very confusing stage of our life, yung 20s. Kasi you're starting to see life for what it is. Kasi di ba, you're coming out of your student life and entering slowly into the real world. Di ba? Like yung mga teachers natin nun, hindi nyo alam ang real world. Akala nyo mahirap na to, pero mas mahirap sa real world. So, in traveling doesn't have to be grand. I think that's where we have to make the younger generation feel okay with. Kasi ako, I'm from Baguio, and my travel before was traveling to La Union. It's like an hour and 30 minutes away. So, traveling is not a requirement. Hindi siya requirement. Eventually, you will get to a point where hindi siya like malaking chunk out of your savings na parang, parang ang bigat. No, you'll get there kasi you have to build your savings pa talaga. And it's okay, you can take your time. But if you want to expose your body to a new environment, like traveling 30 minutes away from where you are is enough. Like going to a new coffee shop, that's like mini travel. Or going to a new park, mini travel yun, going to a new mall, basta experiencing new places, new food, new coffee. That's actually a way for you to introduce your body to different realities so that you're not stuck in the daily pressure, the daily routine. Na, dapat ganito ako. Give yourself permission to have like an off day. Because I feel like everyone's, kailangan ko mag-grind. Bawal matulog. Wala akong karapatan. Di pa ako mayaman. Even if you're not rich, rest, travel, experiencing new things, deserve mo yan. Deserve mo yan. And don't be too caught up in what it looks like for others. Kasi I feel like meron yung mga nahihiya na nakakaya naman i-post, nag-travel lang ako sa Zambales, nag-travel lang ako sa La Union. Sila nag-Japan, sila nag-Korea. No, that's your timeline. That's your story, and you should be proud of your journey. Because eventually you'll get there. You'll get to where you want to be. You just have to trust your own timeline.
For 30s naman. Siyempre, for 30s, iba na. I-add ko yung ko. Honestly, 30s, kasi sa mga 20s, do whatever you want. Kasi yun din yung sinasabi ko, fail. Go make mistakes.
You don't know eh.
Sabi ko, yan yung na hindi mo pa alam, yung mga therapy, healing, marami ka masasaktan na tao, makaklush na tao. Di ba? When you're building something. Siyempre, 30s, may guidebook ka na. Ay, eto pala ako, eto pala ayoko, eto pala ganto. Yes. Eto yung mga tao gusto ko sa buhay ko, eto pwede ko i-forgive, eto sige, bati na kami, eto ayoko na talaga, ganyan. So, feeling ko for 30s, parang doon mo na-realize na may free will ka pala sa mundo.
Yeah.
Di ba?
The autonomy. Yeah.
Di ba? Parang you're allowed to do whatever you want. Di ba? Either good or bad, kasi may ibang tao naman talaga, unfortunately, napapadpad sila sa mga hindi masyadong magandang bagay, di ba? I just wanted to add lang, a little bit of story lang.
Yeah.
My brother is traveling to Spain with me. 31 na siya. As in, nag-wait siya ng time niya. First time niya in Europe. Despite having me as his sister, never siya na-pressure.
Yeah.
Because he knew, iba ang ate ko, iba ako.
Yes.
Now, he's flying with me. First time niya mag-business class. First time niya mag-Europe with me. And tinanong ko siya, did you ever feel inggit na I was like that? Sabi niya, hindi. I was really happy for you kasi alam ko naman darating din yung time ko. And to be surrounded by this type of people,
Yes.
kala ko kasi all along yung mga kapatid ko may inggit sa akin. Actually, hindi. It was just in my head. So now we're leaving, sabay kami. And sobrang excited ako. Ito na yung new perspective ko sa travel. Na seeing my family going with me and makita nila yung mga Eiffel Tower for the first time.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung emotions nila, capture mo, ang saya. So for 30s, yun yung ko na parang, you're free, finally, after fighting all these things. Ikaw, ano naman yung perspective mo sa 30s mo?
Yeah.
30 ka na ba?
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm turning 31.
30 ka na ba?
Turning 31 this year. So in our 20s, it's all about trying to fit in. You know what? Unfortunately, yun talaga yung pressure people in their 20s.
Ang hirap kaya i-fight ng 20s na gusto mo maging
I
iba.
know. Sobra.
Alam mo din yan.
Sobra. So you really have to follow the standards of others muna. You're gonna try it. Sige, ito nga muna yung gawin ko. Let's see if I like it. And then you're going to fall many times, 21 all the way to 29. And then pagdating mo ng 30, okay, I followed them. I followed what they told me. I don't like it. This is what I like. And 30s is about honoring your own standards and finally being courageous enough to say no to the standards of others. I think yun yung pinakamahirap in your 20s na parang magsabi ng no sa gusto ng iba.
Tapos pag nagsabi ka na no, pasaway ka, rebelde ka, mayabang ka.
Yes, exactly. Kaya parang because of that shaming, parang sige, sunod na nga ako para wala silang masabi. And then now when you get into your 30s, iba na, hindi na siya, I'll do this para wala silang masabi. This time, yung phrasing mo is, I'll do this kahit may sabihin sila. Kasi alam kong ito talaga ang gusto ko.
I love that. Okay, one thing that you want to tell everyone about life, travel, mental health na gusto mo maalala nila about Winston.
Yeah, you know what? Before, akala ko, mental health was about being positive. Yung hindi ka nakakaramdam ng triggers, hindi ka nakakaramdam ng anxiety and depression. But you know what? As you mature, as you grow older, mental health is about being comfortable with all your emotions and finding the value of each emotion, because emotions do not define you as a person. It's your behavior, your actions, your response after the emotion that matters. So when you feel something, for example, nagka-anxiety ka, na-trigger ka for a particular situation with a particular person, wala talaga akong kwentang tao, sama-sama akong tao, ba't ko naramdaman yun? Try to sit with the emotion and say, what is this revealing about me? I'm going to embrace this emotion and I get to decide the kind of person I am after I process this emotion. You are not your emotions.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Kitty. I love you.
Thank you.
So, sasabihin ko pa ba where we can follow you? Sige na nga, plug-in mo na.
Yeah, well, if you want to follow me for for more advice, I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and yung pangalan ko sa lahat is Dr. Kiliman Guru.
Thank you so much for listening and watching. See you on the next one. Bye!